Yesterday, a movie came out that changed the world. A movie with a crazy cast of characters that deals with heavy emotion and that will go down forever as one of the best visual experiences in film history by one of the best directors of our generation. The movie I am talking about, of course, is Barbie. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today, our movie in the middle is Barbie. Barbie is the film adaptation of the classic Mattel doll in which stereotypical Barbie begins to have an existential crisis amidst her seemingly perfect life. This honestly should have just been called Barbie is Afraid. It stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, Kate McKinnon, Michael Cera, Simu, Helen, Mirren, and Will Ferrell. So obviously we have entered what is probably the biggest event of the summer, which is Barbenheimer. This has got to be the weirdest goddamn thing I've ever seen. What even is this? It's something that popped up from a meme, and now it's like an event. Like it's like a film history thing. Like people are coming to get, like we are putting aside our differences for Barbenheimer. What is this? It is the oddest thing I've ever seen, and I love it. People are going to the theater in pink and in 1940s suits, and they are seeing the opposite movies of what they are dressed as, or they're seeing a double feature and getting free concessions for it. Like, this just started as a joke. This is so funny. Unfortunately, I did not get to do the Barbenheimer double feature at the same time. However, I will be getting to see each of them in their own time. I want to enjoy them in their own time and space. And the first one that I watched was Barbie. So let's talk about that one a little bit. Guys, this movie is so good. I am not even joking. It is so well realized. It knows exactly what it is. It does not hold back. It just goes for it. The characters are ridiculous and childlike. The world is plastic and perfect. The production design, the music, the YouTube level effects, all of it contribute to this world of Barbie, which I honestly didn't think would be as interesting or intriguing or entertaining as it was. And the rules of this world were very interesting as well, because I had no idea what it was gonna be. Like, are they just real people and not in the real world? Is it crossover? I wasn't sure. I had barely seen any of the trailers. I just knew I was excited for it. But the rules of the world, which are generally pretty well explained, but also it's one of those things you just can't detail it too much, it'll get confusing, were just great. And they made for some great sequences. And the humor in this movie is just so good. It is absurd. It's meta. It's based on calling out stereotypes. And I was dying laughing the entire time. Granted, I did go into this with one drink and also just enjoying whatever I got, just because this is a whole thing now. And I was like, screw it, whatever. We're just going to enjoy whatever is put on the screen. I was genuinely laughing the entire time. And obviously all of the characters are incredible, but specifically Margot Robbie, who always does an amazing job. She is so good as this character. I thought, it's Barbie, it's very plain, and it's mentioned a lot of times in the movie, she's very stereotypical. She's just regular Barbie. How interesting a character is this going to be, considering it's Margot Robbie, who's like the perfect actress playing the perfect doll? Like, how interesting could it be? But she was so good. And of course, Ryan Gosling as well, who honestly, I wasn't sure about, not the casting necessarily, but just how they were taking the character with him being blonde and everything. Like, to be honest, if you had told me they were making a Barbie movie, my first thought for Ken would have been Jet from Big Time Rush. If you've seen that, you probably know what I'm talking about. But man, he was so good. Ryan Gosling just killed it. He was so funny. I just love how into their roles they got, both in the movie and the marketing. It's just fun. They just had so much fun with it. And especially when they go into the real world and their dynamics there and figuring out everything that's kind of going on and seeing how different it is from Barbie Land. If you've seen Teen Beach 2, that's why I kind of have this up here, Teen Beach movie. If you've seen Teen Beach 2 and you liked that, or even the first one, it reminded me a lot of that. And you'll understand what I mean when you see it. But so if you liked that, you're gonna like this. It's just kind of more for adults. Yet for all the humor and fun and absurdity this movie had, The one thing I did not expect or prepare for was how emotional and deep it was at points. This movie is not allowed to make me feel things, but I was surprised. There are just some sequences in this movie that are just genuinely very deep and touching and charming. And, you know, for as much of they have like a lot of funny moments, they take a lot of it very seriously as well, and they really go for it in these other deeper moments. And the themes that go over the whole movie are just so well executed that all of these moments really are rewarding because of that. I really still can't believe I'm talking this seriously and analyzing this much about Barbie movie. There's probably going to be a lot of haters for this movie, men, who are going to be like, it's just a women's rights movie. It's all about the feminism. Don't pay attention to that. Just don't even listen to that shit, because this movie is really, really good. And this is something that I will say is I'm actually like a little confused. Like, I feel like if Disney put out this movie, right, everyone would hate it instantaneously, because it's about a toy. They're just doing it to sell more toys. They're doing it because they've run out of ideas, and now they're putting woke propaganda into it, whatever. Right? That's what it would be like. But it's not. It was just made by a different director, a different company. Why is it different? I don't know. I cannot give you an answer, and it's fascinating. Honestly, it might just be that the movie is that good. The story is good. It goes in so many places. I mean, I was like, I don't even know what story or where this type of movie would go, but it just was really well done. And the themes, you know me, story and themes have to come back around and circle back around in very tight ways, and it did. It was so good. It had so many things to talk about, but like they did it so well. It was executed very well. And I think just most impressively is just how much they committed to the bit, like all the way through. Middles? If I have middles, like if I was really nitpicking, there's one subplot that kind of gets lost for a minute, and I completely kind of forgot about it until it came back around towards the end. And I thought there was going to be more conflict with that subplot, but there wasn't. But that was okay. This is the type of movie that can get away with, like, there wasn't as much conflict here or there, but there was more internal conflict here and there. You can just kind of do whatever, and it's like, well, it's the Barbie movie, you know. And also, there was like one tiny thing I wished they did towards the end in this one smaller sequence right before the credits. I wish there was one thing that they did, and even then, that's not like a criticism, it's just something I wish they did. Other than that, I genuinely can't find anything wrong with this movie. Overall, this movie was fantastic. It's fun, it's hilarious, it's emotional. It takes an iconic part of pop culture and makes some very poignant statements, but not necessarily in a preachy way, even though there are several instances where it's basically outright preaching. But it's done very well. It may not be for everyone, but it was certainly for me. The humor just might not hit, the messages might not hit, but I thought it was great. And I am just so excited to see Oppenheimer after this, to just round this whole experience out. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but just like the Barbie world, I think this movie is perfect. I'm going to give Barbie a 4 out of 4, making it my next top shelf movie. Well, guys, let me know what you thought of Barbie. Let me know what you're thinking of Oppenheimer. Which one did you see first? Did you do the double feature? Let me know all of the stuff about Barbenheimer. I promise, I am obviously going to be doing an Oppenheimer review. However, it's just bad timing because I go on vacation next week. So I will be seeing it next weekend, and then I will do a spoiler-free review, just a small one. But then I'm going to be having a discussion with one of my friends who lives in New Mexico, where part of the movie takes place and was shot. So that's going to be really cool, because she's going to have a ton of insights on that. So be excited for that, because that's going to be really, really fun. And as always, keep your heels high, your stress low, and be who you want to be. I'll see you guys later.